So in this video lecture we are going to consider what are the elements of town planning and how they affects the design of town. So in this slide we are going to see what are the elements of urban design and how they are going to affect the city's design. The urban design element addresses the district physical design and visual qualities. The element describes the way in which different aspects of city's landscape, especially its building, street and open spaces, work together to define impression. The design and appearance of physical space can create a connection or barrier. It can create a sense of safety or a sense of discomfort also. Ultimately, urban design shapes perception of the city and contributes to the way people interact and experience the environment around them. The critical urban design issues are strengthening civic identity through a renewed focus on assets such as public spaces and waterfront areas. Also, designing for successful neighborhood and large site reintegration, improving the public realm, particularly street and sidewalk space, and addressing infrastructure and other barriers that affect aesthetic qualities, and promoting design excellence throughout the city. Then we will see urban design goal. The goal for urban design enhance the beauty and livability of the city by protecting the historic design legacy, reinforcing the identity of its neighborhood, harmoniously integrating new construction with existing buildings and the natural environment, and improving the appearance, security of streets and the public spaces. The urban pattern and identity of city as a whole can be achieved or maintained by protecting the integrity of city's historic plans. Similarly, we can respect the natural topography and landform. Also, it is possible by improving the identity and design. The urban pattern and identity can be enhanced by strengthening the boulevards and gateways and overcoming the physical barriers. Similarly, the urban pattern and identity of city can be preserved through architectural continuity and design integrity of historic district and other areas of strong architectural character. Also, new development within such areas does not need to replicate prevailing architectural styles exactly, but should be complementary in form and height. Further, create visual interest through well-designed building facades, storefront windows and attractive signage and lighting. Avoid monolithic or box-like building forms or long blank walls which detract from the human quality of the street. Also encourage the use of shade trees and landscaping or screening of surface parking areas. Parking should be designed so that it is not the dominant element of the street and should be located behind development rather than in front of it. Further, the physical barriers in the city such as highways and railway lines present urban design challenges. Besides their obvious impact on walkability and aesthetic, they may create psychological and economic divides. Barriers not only include transportation features, they include natural features like rivers and streams and land use features such as power plant and military bases also. In this slide, we are going to see the element of city plan. All the individual objects that are included in an urban area are the element of city plan. These objects include residential buildings, public buildings, parks, factories, roads, etc. Land includes built-up area and open land also. Town generally consists of following: town centers, suburbs, industrial areas, road network, open spaces. The main element of city plan are built-up areas, communication, open spaces, public utility services, public amenities. They are shown in this particular slide. In this slide, we are going to see circulation. Circulation may be defined as the movement of traffic within a city area. For a rapid growth of city, a good network of roadwork is essential. The city roads are arteries of cities. So, the requirement of ideal city roads are sufficient width to accommodate good traffic without congestion of traffic. Then, straight alignment should be there. Easy gradient, impervious and smooth wearing surface. It should be rest on unyielding soil. Smooth curve and properly designed junctions should be provided. Wood plantation on either side. Parking spaces, footpaths are also necessary. Then the classification of urban roads. They are arterial road, that is main road, subarterial road, local roads and other roads. Urban road systems generally they are in the form of rectangular or grid iron system, concentric and radial street system, rectangular combined with diagonal street system, rectangular combined with radial street system, and organic street systems. So this slide shows the rectangular or grid iron system in which the roads are parallel to each other and they are meeting or crossing each other by 90 degrees. This slide refers to concentric and radial street system where the central business is allowed and the concentric rings or concentric zones are provided from center towards the outskirts, which are joined by the radial roads. This slide refers to rectangular combined with diagonal street roads where the roads are running diagonally from the center and the other roads are parallel to each other, connecting the different zones in the city. This slide shows the rectangular combined with radial street system in which on one of the side of the city the rectangular grid pattern is adopted, whereas on the other part of the city the radial system is adopted and central business district is provided at the center. So in this slide we are going to see the zoning. Zoning is defined as the creation by law of the sections of or zones such as recreational, industrial, commercial, civic, institutional and recreational in which the regulations prevent misuse of land and buildings and their limit their height and densities of population differing in different zones, which are shown in the diagram below. Then in this slide we are going to see what are the importance of zoning and what are the advantages of zoning. Zoning prevent encroachment of one zone upon another adjacent to it. Business or commercial areas are also separated, located with their garages and service station at a distance from the residential area. The population is distributed throughout the town by zoning regulations so that there is no concentration of population in any one particular zone. Height zoning regulates the height of building. Hence, high-rise building will not be allowed to construct near small houses. Further, land in the form of recreational area is also set aside for parks, playgrounds, stadiums, theatres, etc. Also, zoning helps proper coordination of various public amenities like water supply, drainage, electricity, transport, etc. Also, zoning secures orderly growth of town, promotes health, safety and order. Zoning encourages utility, beauty, efficiency of the town. And zoning provides the chances of fire and consequent damages are almost eliminated. Then we are going to see the object of zoning. Zoning serves as the main tool to the town planner to maintain future growth of town as it was and was originally. Zoning affords proper coordination of various public amenities. Zoning makes town planning schemes effective and successful. So in this slide we are going to see the principle of zoning. It includes the arrangement of zones, boundaries of each zone, flexibility, new town and existing towns. Further, create visual interest through well-designed building facades, storefront windows and attractive signage and lighting. Avoid monolithic or box-like buildings forms or long blank walls which detract from the human quality of the street. Also encourage the use of shade trees and landscaping or screening of surface parking areas. Parking should be designed so that it is not the dominant element of the street and should be located behind development rather than in front of it. Then the classification of urban roads. They are arterial road, that is main road, subarterial road, local roads and other roads. Urban road systems generally they are in the form of rectangular or grid iron system, concentric and radial street system, rectangular combined with diagonal street system, rectangular combined with radial street system and organic. So this slide shows the rectangular or grid iron system in which the roads are parallel to each other and they are meeting or crossing each other by 90 degrees. Further, the design of street space affects pedestrian safety and comfort. Changes to street and sidewalk width, parking configuration, crosswalks, intersection and signals can improve the pedestrian environment. Well-defined edges and limited opening create a sense of enclosure which can make a street more animated and comfortable. Also, street trees, street furniture, benches, trash, receptacles, lightings, etc. Well-designed buildings and active ground floor uses also contribute to the experience of walking, cycling and driving. Planning for street and sidewalk must recognize the value of such spaces as public amenities, especially in high-density neighborhoods that lack access to parks, open spaces and yards. The street walk refers to the facade of various buildings that face a street. They shape the level of visual interest on each block and create a sense of enclosure for travelers. High-quality architecture and landscaping can enhance the visual impact of the street wall and increase its economic value also. It improves the appearance and identity of streets through the design of street lights, paved surfaces, landscape areas, bus shelters, street furniture, and adjacent building facades. Also, sidewalk space should be managed in a way that promotes pedestrian safety, efficiency, comfort, and provides adequate space for tree boxes. Sidewalks should enhance the visual character of street with landscaping and buffer planting used to reduce the impact of vehicle traffic. So in this video lecture, we are going to consider what are the elements of town planning and how they affect the design of town. Then the classification of urban roads. They are arterial road, that is main road, subarterial road, local roads and other roads. Urban road systems generally they are in the form of rectangular or gridiron system, concentric and radial street system, rectangular combined with diagonal street system, rectangular combined with radial street system and organic street systems. So this slide shows the rectangular or gridiron system in which the roads are parallel to each other and they are meeting or crossing each other by 90 degrees. Then we are going to see the object of zoning. Zoning serves as a main tool to the town planner to maintain future growth of town as it was and was originally. Zoning affords proper coordination of various public amenities. Zoning makes town planning schemes effective and successful. The street walk refers to the facade of various buildings that face a street. They shape the level of visual interest on each block and create a sense of enclosure for travelers. High quality architecture and landscaping can enhance the visual impact of the street wall and increase its economic value also. In this slide we are going to see circulation. Circulation may be defined as the movement of traffic within a city area. For a rapid growth of city, a good network of roadwork is essential. The city roads are arteries of cities. This slide refers to a radiocentric pattern in which the parent city is located at the center and the radial lines or radial roads are provided from center towards the outskirts of the city. Further, the physical barriers in the city such as highways and railway lines present urban design challenges. Besides their obvious impact on walkability and aesthetic, they may create psychological and economic divides. Barriers not only include transportation features, they include natural features like rivers and streams and land use features. In this slide we are going to see the star pattern. So the roads are arranged or designed in such a way that it is going to form the shape of star. This is a typical pattern of ring pattern in which the ring road is provided outskirts of the city so that it is going to divert the traffic congestion which is coming into the city. So in this slide we are going to see what are the elements of urban design and how they are. So in this video lecture we are going to consider what are the elements of town planning and how they affects the design of town. Further, the physical barriers in the city such as highways and railway lines present urban design challenges. Besides their obvious impact on walkability and aesthetic, they may create psychological and economic divides. Barriers not only include transportation features, they include natural features like rivers and streams and land use features such as power plant and military bases also. Then as appropriate and necessary require streetscape improvement by private sector in a conjunction with the development or renovation of adjacent property. Encourage high standards of signage throughout the district, particularly for signs that designate landmarks, historic district and other areas of civic importance. Maintain capital funding to upgrade the visual quality of district streets through programs such as Restore DC, Great Streets and the DDOT urban forestry programs. Ensure that all public space permits including but not limited to permit for dumpsters, electric wiring, tree removal, excavation, parking, fences, retaining walls, signs and banners, sidewalk capes, curbs, cuts and special displays are not inconsistent with the comprehensive plan and contribute to the policy laid out above for use of street space. This slide shows the rectangular combined with radial street system in which on one of the side of the city the rectangular grid pattern is adopted, whereas on the other part of the city the radial system is adopted. Further, a land in the form of recreational area is also set aside for parks, playgrounds, stadiums, theatres, etc. Also, zoning helps proper coordination of various public amenities like water supply, drainage, electricity, transport, etc. Also, zoning secures orderly growth of town, promotes health, safety and order. Zoning increases utility, beauty, efficiency of the town. And zoning provides the chances of fire and consequent damages are almost eliminated. Thank you for kind attention.